Good evening, basketball fans, wherever you may be. Welcome to the NBA Final.
Portland and Chicago. It was almost inevitable. They were the favorites in November, and now they meet in June.
We're all ready for this game, and the noise level here at the stadium will soon be earth-shattering.
It will be the great Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls going against Clyde Drexler and the rest of the Portland Trailblazers. Everybody wanted this series. Now it's here. It's a match made in heaven.
What time is it?
Do you have any questions at all? Just play the game. We'll referee. Have a good game, guys. Have a good series.
In this corner, Michael Jordan, and across from him, Clyde Drexler.
Playing against Drexler, he always wanted the shootout. I said to Phil, do you see what's happening? And he said, yeah. We couldn't believe it.
I remember being on the floor during that half and a couple times catching the ball well beyond the three-point line and looking to the weak side and seeing Michael there and just throwing it to him, and it was, it just was an instinct. You just tell you knew they were going in that night.
That was a night that was memorable. I mean, not just because he made the threes, but because he kept taking, and the opportunity for him to kind of try to finish Portland off early in the game, which is something that Michael loved.
Three-pointers from Jordan.
Here's Jordan for three. Yes! Did you see that one?
I remember looking over to the NBC table after he'd made maybe his fifth or sixth in the first half and kind of shrugging his shoulders. Because, even Michael, as great as he was, knew that was something special.
Michael indicating he can't believe it.
He feels it. There's nothing else he can say other than the man feels it and lets us know.
This is the greatest performance maybe ever in the single half, playoffs, or in the history of this league.
I started running for that three-point line. I felt a great rhythm. It felt like a free throw, really, from that distance.
The only thing you can just sit back and say, ah, and wow, and ooh, just like a little kid out there, everything he threw up, he hit.
He was hot, and we all knew it. He knew it, and he just was going to go out there. I don't think he was going to miss from two, from three, or from half court range. He just had that feeling.
Is the NBA on NBC. The 1992 NBA Finals. Tonight, Game 1 between the Portland Trailblazers and the Chicago Bulls.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Chicago Bulls welcome the world's greatest fans to the Chicago Stadium. Tonight, Game 1 of the NBA Finals is between the Portland Trailblazers and your Chicago Bulls. 6'8", Buck Williams. A 6'7" forward from Longwood College, Jerome Kersey. Kevin Duckworth. Terry Porter. At the other guard, 6'7" from Houston, Clyde Drexler. The Portland Trailblazers are coached by Rick Adelman.
badly in Game 6 against Cleveland. The wrist is fine. As you know, he has an everyday weightlifting routine that he does even on game day. And we were lifting weights this morning, and I witnessed him pick up 265 pounds, showing that the wrist is fine. Craig Hodges, who also sat out Game 6 with a bad ankle, is available to play. And Marv, did I mention that I also had a PR of 210 pounds? Thank you. Marv?
We were lifting weights. Well, I know I speak for the Czar and Magic in saying that we'll be enthusiastically charting Ahmad's daily lifting totals.
Well, he is probably Michael Jordan's spot man.
Yes. The officials, Jake O'Donnell, Hugh Hollins, and Dick Bavetta. The Chicago Bulls rolled through the regular season, winning 67, losing 15, best record in the NBA. And then in the playoffs, swept Miami 3 in a row. Were taken through a grueling 7-game set by the New York Knicks and did not have an easy time, with Cleveland beating the Cavaliers in 6, while Portland won 57, lost 25 during the regular season, tied with Cleveland for the second best record behind Chicago. In the playoffs, beat the Lakers 3-1, beat the Phoenix Suns 4-1. It took Utah 4-2. We are set for the opening tip. Bill Cartwright steps in to go against Jerome Kersey, and it's controlled, well, deflected out. And the matchup at the start, Michael Jordan facing Clyde Drexler. Kevin Duckworth going at Bill Cartwright. Nice fake, yes, and it counts.
I would think for Duckworth to start off the basketball game, get the first basket for his team, the first hoop of this championship series, it's got to be a tremendous confidence builder for this young man, particularly a young man who has received his share of criticism.
Cartwright, and the good box out by Kersey. Here comes Drexler. Yes, and it counts. The foul called on Pippen.
Long outlet passes that pitch ahead to Drexler and Kersey in the open floor. One of the trademarks of this Trailblazer team, Clyde with a tremendous ability to keep his concentration and convert even though the foul takes place.
One thing the fans going to have to look for here is the fact that in the last 2 series,
Jordan spotting Pippen. Portland 5 and Chicago 2. A line drive jump shot.
Backhand on the ball near the half-court line.
And Terry Porter, who has been on fire during the playoffs
against the Bulls.
Michael Jordan. Portland 9, Chicago 6.
Jordan at the offensive end of the floor, the ability to hang just long enough to get that good look at the front of the rim. Tremendous concentration by Michael.
But Clyde Drexler said that's what they want. They want to force Michael to the middle.
Here's Jordan. Cartwright gets to it again. Lost the dribble off his foot. 3-on-2 for the Blazers. Drexler all the way. Clyde Drexler at his best in the open floor, hitting for his 3rd field goal. He has 6 that looks for the downtown shot, while Portland does. And the Bulls have been off the mark, only 2 of 10 in this first quarter. Terry Porter, that was 2-point range. He had the foot on the line.
Good, of course, of the game.
Cliff Robinson, yes, and the Blazers have hit their first 7 field goal attempts from the field. Jordan again from 3-point land. Most unusual to see Michael bombing away. That's his 3rd 3-point attempt. And Pippen up front. Now Jordan posting up. Goes to the fadeaway. Through the foul. It counts. Drexler picking up his first.
One of the things that Chicago knows it can do is post up Michael Jordan at any time it wants to during the course of a season. They didn't use it much in the regular season, but in the playoffs, they've gone to it more and more, the post up of Michael Jordan. Hey, he's their best post up player.
And you know during the playoff, you must change your game.
Bulls again go to the pressure. Porter with the open shot. Terry Porter during the course of the playoffs has been in what can be labeled the shooter's zone. Blazers lead 19-15. Porter again. Terry Porter has hit 4 out of 4 from the field. Drexler with a quick shot. Drexler on the follow-up. Nice pass for Robinson. Portland 23, Chicago 15. Shot clock down to 5. Here's Pippen setting up Jordan, wide open for another 3. Robinson changed his mind. Saved by Drexler. Blazers get back. Pippen back for Jordan again for 3. You know, Michael Jordan in the first quarter. That time he passed it up and hits the 2.
Well, see, he hit 3 or 4 in a row.
In the first. Jordan eluding Robinson. Yes! 18 from Michael Jordan.
Here behind the back, he just tricked. Cliff Robinson went right up. He's in his groove right now. He's feeling it. He wants the ball, and he wants to lead his team in his first quarter.
Here's Armstrong. A.J. Armstrong.
Resting for the end of this quarter.
Well, from Jordan. The Bulls 31. The Trailblazers 28. Here's Armstrong on the run for the pull-up. Rebound Pippen. Rebound Grant.
For their basketball team, so they got to be happy with the way they're scoring.
Jordan. And time has run out in this first quarter. Michael Jordan, 7 for 13 from the field, including 3 3-pointers. To turn it around after the Trailblazers hit their first 7 field goal attempts. So after 1 here in game 1 of the best of 7 NBA final, it's the Bulls 33 and the Trailblazers 30.
Portland selects Sam Bowie, University of Kentucky. The Chicago Bulls pick Michael Jordan of the University of North Carolina.
Well, Sam Bowie was taken by the Blazers as the 2nd pick in the draft. And they have certainly heard about that selection a few times over the years. Michael Jordan then was the next selection. Back in '83, the Bulls going with Enos Watley, who, as it turns out, is now a member of the Portland Trailblazers. They took Watley ahead of Clyde Drexler. But you flash back to that time, most NBA teams would go for the big men because they felt that if you had a shot at a championship, it would usually start at the center position. University of Kentucky, Sam now, of course, a member of the New Jersey Nets. Here's Porter. Terry Porter continues the onslaught. He's 5 for 5. Has come on here at the start of the second quarter. Pippen was fouled. Hit by Robinson.
And you know that in this series, Marv, Michael Jordan's going to have to get more rest. He's going to have to play defense. That's why you're probably going to see more of Hansen.
Tough to get a good shot at the guy to clear your shooters.
Shot clock at 5. There's Pippen. He's been quiet. That's his 2nd field goal. 8 points for Pippen. Porter putting moves on Armstrong. A rare miss for Terry Porter. Armstrong ahead of the field. It's Chicago by 3.
And P.J. Armstrong, taking a page out of Portland's playbook, took off on the shot, was down the floor, just waving, hoping Pippen would look up.
Danny Ainge buries the 3-pointer.
From the 3-point line.
Robinson with the step as he whipped by Williams. Cliff Robinson in his third year out of the University of Connecticut has come off the bench to hit for 12 points. Armstrong, yes. That is his third field goal. He has 6. Jordan, after getting a considerable rest, has returned. The same for Clyde Drexler, and they match up once again. Here's Jordan to the fadeaway. 20 for Jordan.
To the lane to see if Grant's open there for a split second. When he doesn't like what he sees there, well, then he makes something nice happen for the team.
Superstars love this situation. It's built up to be Jordan versus Drexler. Michael Jordan is saying, okay, come on, you're in my building, come on with it.
Jordan for 3. Well, Michael has gone to a new weapon. The 4.5 for an NBA Finals game. That's Jordan with the steal, eluding Ainge. Yes. The Bulls by 9. Jordan has 25. Michael Jordan with 4 3-pointers and a half has tied the NBA Finals record for most 3-pointers in a half.
Offensively.
The Bulls lead 54-47. Drexler went for the steal, and it's Jordan again. Michael Jordan, 11 for 17, 27. Oh, Kersey with a facial. Jerome Kersey cuts it to a 7-point. Rebounded by Grant. Jordan for 3. Yes! That is an NBA Finals record. 5 3-pointers in a half.
That's all you can say. Michael Jordan loves this platform of displaying his skills, and especially, like I said, he got somebody in Clyde Drexler to go against.
The steal by Pippen. And Jordan. 32 for Jordan. The Bulls by 14.
The defensive pressure, the steals, the transition game, and then Pippen taking it to the hole. Michael following it back up again, throws it down.
Here's Jordan for 3. Yes! Did you see that look? Michael indicating he can't believe it.
Well, if you take those hurried shots, he feels it. There's nothing else you can say other than the man feels it and lets us know.
Oh, here's a 3 again. You know, and just let us know that, hey, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good. It's my game. I love it. I love it.
And Michael Jordan with 35 points has set an NBA record most points in a half in an NBA championship series. He has keyed this 19-4 Chicago run over the last 4 minutes. So Michael Jordan has erased Elgin Baylor, the one-time Los Angeles Laker, from the record book. Baylor with 33.5 back in April of 62. And Michael Jordan with his 6th 3-point field goal has tied an NBA Finals mark for most 3-pointers in an entire game.
What more can you say? What more can you say? I mean, you know, let's go back to what we talked about at the top of the show. Poor decision-making. Right now, Portland is making poor decisions. 3-pointer by Clyde Drexler, air ball. Cliff Robinson shoots off-balance shots. It returns a layup. Steal by Pippen on an errant pass. Dunk Michael Jordan. So it's just poor decisions leading up to this big lead.
And the other thing you mentioned, Magic, in the last 3 minutes, so important because championship teams know when they've got their opponents heads down a little bit. Instead of going in with a complacent 10, 12-point lead, they try to bury it just before halftime.
At the start about the fact that They have certainly had the reputation about losing their poise. Cliff Robinson, final seconds of this first half. Grant. Williams knocked it away, and time has run out. A very special first half here in Chicago. Michael Jordan, 14 of 21, an NBA Championship Series record, 35 points in the half. And you have the idea, even Michael was astounded by his proficiency, in particular from three-point range. Bob Costas and Quinn Buckner coming up next.
오, 들어갔습니다.
Paxson. Yes. John Paxson and Terry Porter with 13. Cartwright. So Bill Cartwright.
You see the Chicago Bulls defense up, overplaying, denying Portland, forcing him to pop out deeper to start their offense.
Grant.
The difference in...
We have rarely seen the Chicago Bulls. Pippen off the break. What a recovery by Pippen because the ball was knocked away. Another Portland turnover. Paxson open. Yes. And now Jordan being guarded by Porter. Here's Pippen. Yes, and it counts.
It's the recognition of teammates when there's a mismatch. Wait a minute, there's the guy with the ball. Pippen guarded by Duckworth. Open it up. Let him have the lane.
Three-point play. Michael Jordan with his first field goal of the third quarter. Robinson rejected by Grant. Drexler off the recovery. Clyde Drexler with only his fifth field goal. He has 12 points.
One way is if you get fouled to go to the free throw line, it stops the run.
Michael Jordan off a set play on the inbounds.
Out of bounds underneath. If you turn your head for a second, Jordan will back cut you, go to the rim. It's just a matter of lobbing the thing up on top. They love starting Michael in the middle of the lane, and then he operates from there.
We are looking at...
middle of the lane, and then he operates from there.
We are looking at momentary... Scottie Pippen with 15 points. Robinson rejected. And Pippen puts it down. Well, this has reached the point of embarrassment for Portland.
I'm joined now by James Jordan, and we have talked about Michael being focused in the past, but today, this is ridiculous.
Well, I'll tell you, today this kid has showed that he eat his Wheaties, drink his Gatorade, and he's wearing his Hanes underwear.
There is a very nice commercial for all those three products. Back to you, Mark.
I don't know, is James collecting the fees also?
Pull the ball out, run a play, because you're down over 30 points, so you got to run a play now.
Pippen going to his left. Yes, and it counts.
Trailblazer personal foul. Took it to the hole.
Standing ovation for Michael Jordan. I'm wondering if we will see him on the floor anymore this evening.
They're able to go to the free throw line, I mean, in this game right here, and not get hard fouls and continue to make the basket, just like there. Not a hard foul, a reach-in foul by Jerome on Pippen, and he scores the basket anyway.
And back come the Bulls. 4-on-2. Grant finishes it off.
Robert Pack, the rookie point guard, decided he was going to be an offensive rebounder that time. He's got to learn
a smarter game, and we were able to do that in game 2.
And here's Pack with a very impressive drive. Robert Pack goes 6'2", 180, but he can soar, as you just saw. Final seconds of the third quarter. The Bulls 104 and the Blazers 68. Michael Jordan with 35 of his 39 in the first half. Chicago with a 38-7 advantage over Portland in this third quarter. We'll be back after these messages and a word from your local station.
Instead of bringing him out now when he's cold and he's on the floor, that's the second time on the floor, and he may get hurt. He may get out of that rhythm.
Went to three-point land as P.J. Armstrong just did. Ainge is able to bank it home.
And what is surprising about the way he did it, not the fact that he accomplished it, because we all knew that he's capable of doing it.
The biggest differential in an NBA final series, Washington knocking off Seattle. Standing ovation for the Bulls, who are just running the clock down with that 122-89 lead. Shot clock down to 1. Livingston for 3. And that will do it. The only consolation, it's a 33-point differential, which is 2 points shy of the largest margin of victory in an NBA Finals game. The Bulls take game 1, led by Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. They do it 122-89. We'll be back in a moment.
You guys were trying to come out here and make a statement this evening. I'd say you did it with an exclamation point.
Well, I don't think you can make a statement in the finals. I mean, this is just one game, and one game doesn't make the final. But we wanted to get out of the blocks quick. We got to defend our home court, because we got 3 games out there, so that can make a big difference if they come in and get one.
What about you in the first half? You shot 6 3-pointers, set a league record. You were in a zone.
I was in the zone. My threes felt like free throws, man. I really didn't know what I was doing, but I was taking them, and they was going in. So, that really helped the game.
Must have been the working out we did this morning. All right, congratulations, Mike. Back to you, Marv.